Hello, guys. Welcome to my tech world. So, guys, today I'm going to show you how we can create test cases and how we can, automate our test cases using the Katalon Studio. As we know that Katalon Studio is one tool like Selenium, IDE, and any other tool. So, Catalan Studio is like a powerful tool, and it's based on the web UI. So it's quite easy for us to automate the test cases because we don't require that much of coding knowledge because it's totally based on the UI tool. I'll show you all the things so you guys know how easy Catalan Studio compared to other tool like the Selenium ID and other. Okay, I'll provide all the description, uh, how to create the project, how to create the first test cases. Okay, so to as we know, to automate the test cases we need to download the tool Catalan Studio. Okay, in my computer you can see, guys, we have already download Catalan Studio here. Okay, so it is open source, so you can download it from the website itself. Okay, once you know Catalan Studio is installed. Okay, it looks like this way. The UI is like the file menu, then solution explorer, and here there are some menus like the keyword debug. From there we explore all these options later on. Okay, so first I'll start with the basic test cases. Okay, because I know we if you want to learn anything, we need to start it from the scratch. Okay, so let me start it from the scratch. Okay, how to create the project, guys. So here you can see there is a different option is there: file, action, edit, and so on. So for creating new project we need to click on the file, then new, then project. Okay, so we have a new project pop up here. We can see there is a different option. So we want to create a first test project, so let's define the name of that project: create project 1. Okay, and in the type section we can see that we have a different option like web, API, mobile. So if you want to create API project, we need to select this option. If we want to create a project for mobile, we need to select the mobile one, and so on, like desktop and generic. I'll talk about all these options later on. Okay, so mostly our requirement is based on the UI. So let me first start with the web UI project. Okay, so I have already mentioned the name of that project. Okay, repository URL we don't need now. Okay, we need it when we work for a specific company and we have a code. So that time we need to mention the repository URL from where we place our code inside that repository, like the Git repository and Bitbucket kind of. And here is our location where our project is stored. The test project one is stored inside this directory inside the C drive user, and this is the full path. If you want to change the location, we can change easily from the browse section as well. Okay, and if you want to provide the description, we can provide the description here. Okay, and these are the two file that we needed to run our project, so we don't need to change anything for these two option. Okay, now just click on the OK button. Okay, it is initializing our project here. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds, and then we will have the our project ready inside the solution explorer section. Okay, just second, guys, it's taking some time. Let me click on the OK. Okay, so mostly our project is created. Okay, now guys, you can see that our project is created. Okay, and we have a different menus. I'll cover all these menus, guys, in the detail level, but as this is a our first project, so I'll not go with deep knowledge, but I'll share the basic thing that we needed to run the first test case, I mean the open browser and then maximize the window and then close browser. Okay, so there, this is our first test cases. So let me start with that. Okay, I'll provide all the detail levels of the folder here. I mean, why we need profile, why we need test case, object repository, test suite, data file. I'll explain all these things in detail level later on. Okay, so first let me start to write a basic test case. Okay, so guys, before executing test cases, we need to create test cases, right, as we know. So let me click on the test case folder, just right click on the test case, create new, and then test case. Okay, so we will have that new test cases pop up. We can define any name of this test case, like test case test 1, or we can say the open browser. Okay, click on the OK. Now guys, you can see that one test case is created inside the test case folder. Okay, so let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, it's okay. Now we got our UI open browser script, and here we can see we have a different option. I'll cover all this option. Okay, but we need to write a script to open our web URL. Okay, so for that, let me just click on the script. Okay, here is the area, guys, where we need to work on our test cases. Okay, the second one is the variable. Here we can define the variable here. Okay, so let me just go to the script. Okay, so guys, once you create a first test case, this header file will comes up automatically. Okay, we don't need to do anything with this header file. Okay, we so we need to make it as it is. Okay, now we need to open one website, right? So how we can open it? Okay, so Katalon itself provide their libraries. Using that library, we can easily navigate to anywhere. Okay, so let me just walk you on through this web UI. We suppose we want to open our website. How we can do it? We need to mention that web UI dot open browser. Okay, or inside the bracket, we need to pass the URL of browser that we want to open. Okay, I want to open the Google, so let me just pass the URL name here. Okay, so now what this command will do, this command will open the browser, and once browser is open, it will redirect us to the google.com. Okay, web UI is the inbuilt command, or we can say library of Catalan Studio. Okay, now see, once our browser is open, okay, we need to let me first show you how we can execute this test case. Okay, so here guys, we have only added one line of code. Okay, and which redirect us to the google.com page. Okay, so let me just run this test cases. Okay, now the test case is running. Okay, it's running, and browser will the web driver will initialize, and the web browser is open, and it will redirect us to the www.google.com. Okay, now guys, we can see the browser is open and redirect us to the google.com. Same way guys, if you want to redirect to the different website, like yahoo.com. Okay, let me just take the URL from here. Okay, sorry guys, it will take some time. So let me just open the any of URL. Let me open Yahoo. Okay, Yahoo India. Now our Yahoo page is open, so let me just copy this URL. Just close these browsers, and let me define the browser name here. Okay, this is my URL. So guys, it will redirect us on this URL. Okay, once we okay, let me just execute this test case after changing the URL, and we'll see what happen. Okay, it will take few seconds, guys. Just wait for few seconds. It will okay, so the browser is initialized, and we can see that, guys, we redirect to the this page. Okay, but we can see, guys, the page is not maximize it, so we have a different command to make our script automate. Okay, so let me just close it for now. Okay, and let me pass one more command here. Or like, once our browser is open, we want to maximize our browser. Okay, so okay, sorry, it's a maximize the window. Okay, okay, it's not a maximize browser, sorry guys, it's a maximize window. Okay, now, okay, so what this command will do, okay, once we redirect to this page, our browser is maximized. Okay, and once our browser is maximized, guys, we don't need to close every time manually, so we have a different command like web ui dot close browser, so it will automatically close our browser. Once upay, let me put some delay for 2 seconds so we can see what happened. Let me put it for 3 seconds. Okay, and let me again run this script. Okay, our driver is initialized, and it will take 5 to 6. Okay, now browser is initialized, guys. Okay, first it will redirect us to the this page, so it is we are on that page now. Maximize window, it will wait for 5 second, sorry, 3 second, and then our browser is closed. You can see, guys. Okay, so this is the first script, guys. Okay, and as you see, it's quite easy to develop automation script using Katalon Studio. Okay, and we have different meaning of this all this folder. I will cover everything. Okay, guys, to learn this Katalon Studio. Okay, but this is the as you guys know, this is my first demo for you. So this is the basic script. Okay, so this will show us how we can execute the first script. Okay, we later on, I'll show you how we can execute more than how we can execute if we have a more than 100 cases, 200 cases, 400 cases, right? What is the use of object repository? Okay, but when I talk to uh, mm, in the short description, we can say that object repository is used for storing the x path is of our web page. Test suite is used to create a multiple suite. I mean, suppose we have 100 cases, so we can divide in a different suite. Okay, data file is generally used to store the data from excel. From there we can fetch the data. So every folder has their own meaning. So I'll explain all those things in a detail level later on, but I'll explain all the things, guys. Okay, so you don't need to worry. And first, I'll suggest, guys, first try with at least this test case, and then I'll come back with another video, and it will so us how we can create a dynamic script, how we can capture the object, how we can utilize the object and pass the value. All the things I'll show you later on, guys. Okay, Okay, thank you guys, thanks for the watching, and let me know inside the comment if you have any question. Thank you guys.